Okay, after a seemed to be an active Yom Kippur in the markets, market now is basically flat, trying to decide what it's going to do, and we're trying to figure out exactly what the market's going to be doing. So let's go through some scenarios and discuss what are some possibilities and things that we're seeing that might make some sense or not make some sense, things that we can get into. First of all, futures are give or take about flat. The biggest anomaly or thing that I see right now on my screen is gold's down about $5 and oil's down over $1. Those two things being down, they give me some hope for a play that might differ from the market. Why do I say that? Well, oil had a good move up. Everything seemed to have had a fairly good move up yesterday in a 125-point rally, but the market did it on light volume. So the market isn't convinced yet that it's back on its path to 10,000 and it's done selling. So the market needs to do is two things. The market needs to defend a low point, which is about 35 points from where we are right now, about 35 points, off of yesterday's close. The market needs to defend that, give or take 97.50. The market can defend that, which should be the first move down. We should be taking that, towards that move, the first move down. If the market defends that and starts to bounce off of it, it's a positive sign. The market then is going to start making its move back up and try to see, okay, are we strong? If we're not weak, are we strong? That's where the question becomes. So if it defends that level over there, takes a leg up, right? It's going to start testing the market, give or take, we said about 98.50, give or take. I think that's what the number was, about 70 points from here, right? And needs to see if it can go from there. And that's what the big jump is going to be. The market's going to determine, am I going down or am I going up? Well, if it takes that number on the high side, right, then we're on an onward, trajectory up. It's ignoring the fact that we had a few bad days last week. It's shaking them off as bad days. It would have made back the bad days, and it's just basically, continuing its move back towards 10,000 as if nothing happened, and you should see that number, fairly soon. On the flip side, let's go back to the first scenario. The market starts to sell. Now, what were we waiting for on the sell side? Remember, every day we kept on saying we're waiting for selling pressure. There was no selling pressure during the up move, so every pullback was light. We need to see selling pressure for this really to be a move of any significant down. So if the market hits, down about 35 points and we're seeing selling pressure, big candles on your charts, or we're seeing just, big sellers coming in, big, sell to buy volume, then we know that this is, basically we're continuing our move down, and that this market is basically given up on 10,000, and it's decided that whatever we did yesterday was just because of manipulation, because of a light volume day, and we're going to take it down. So this morning, I'm taking it kind of light. I'm watching the commodity-based groups that are indicating down. Now futures actually just went positive, but I'm watching the commodity groups that are indicating down as maybe a potential little trade or potential little leg down that they'll take. Again, a quick move. I'm not expecting to be in it for a long period of time. And then I'm waiting to see what the market does. If the market takes that down leg, then if it's defending, I'm going to buy it, and ride it on the way up. If the market takes the up leg, I'm going to see if it can, pierce through that, that upper range. And if it can't, then I'm going to start, shorting it for the down leg. That's it. Individual scenarios, there are definitely things. Insurance groups look very strong this morning. I'm not sure why. And retail had some decent news out as well. A couple of individual healthcares had some upgrades and downgrades around the markets. Not seeing very much. It's going to take a short while for the volume to start coming back into the market. So we're going to kind of see what shakes out. Aside from that, take it a little easy. Eve?
Did